God bless you. This is Corva Shea Hernandez, and welcome to Apostolic Minutes with God. Every nation feels a sense of pride when they have a national army that will defend them and will protect them from any foreign or domestic enemies. And there's a lot that goes into forming such an army. There's a financial investment, there's the preparation, the training, the weaponry, the skill set, and everything that comes with having a very strong army. And when we look at history, we know of great battles and great leaders that led such a battle. The Bible also highlights battles and great leaders. One of those military leaders who happened to be also the king of Israel was David himself. And let me tell you, David had some strong enemies, but he was able to defeat them. Think about the great giant Goliath and how for David that was not such a barrier. He defeated Goliath, and then the armies of the Philistines and many other armies that he fought. And he was victorious. But there was one enemy that overcame David. This enemy was not from another country. This enemy was not from another person. That enemy was David himself. There were areas in David's life that he was not able to conquer. And because of that, he faced defeat. Let's face it. At times, you and I are our worst enemies. Think about when we endeavor into destructive behaviors, or we procrastinate our present into our future, and then we find ourselves in places that we were not hoping to get in the first place. And then the blaming game comes, and we start looking for who to blame. And here's what I know. We can only go so far blaming others. Here's why. Because the time is going to come when you're going to look to your right and to your left, seeking for who to blame, and there will be no one except if you and I look right at the center and see ourselves as our potential worst enemies. Here's what David did when he realized the big problem he was facing internally. He cried out to God, and he said, "Create in me, O God, a pure heart, and give me a right spirit." And guess what? God answered and transformed David. Now David have conquered his worst enemy by crying out to God. You and I can do the same. Thank you for being with me today. This is Apostolic Minutes with God.